Hello everyone, we hope you're well. Now look what's in front of us. Now this is not a review or anything. Now we've already done a review on this. How long is it since we bought this? It must be getting on for a year. And I did a review and it's, we bought this and we thought, oh, this is good. Now, one or two of our subscribers said to us, these machines are good, Graham, we've got one or whatever. So, like I did a test on how much it costs to run, and it's not expensive to run. And as you can probably see, or probably you can't see, look, it's 12 litre a day. It'll take out the air. It's an electric dehumidifier. Now our house, since it's been modernised, we were warned that you have to circulate the air within the house or you'll start getting damp. Now, what I did, I went and bought some gauges. Let me get you one. Right, I bought some of these, look. Now look, 46 is the humidity. We're on 19.3. I have got the heating on at the minute because it's really cold. Now, can you see 47 it's gone to? Now that is perfect. But we've got one machine upstairs. We use it for drying the clothes and we think it's great and it's much cheaper than using the I forgot what it's called. The dryer, the washing dryer. They're expensive to run, aren't they? And we've been using this and we find it's pretty good. There is still some items like towels and that Wendy does put in the dryer, but mainly our clothes, we bought a proper rack to hang them on and we dry them using this machine. It's been brilliant. Anyway, that's besides the point. What I've been doing is bringing this downstairs because the humidity upstairs has been great and it's been a bit high down here, so we carried it down, used it down here, and especially when we're cooking it pushes the humidity up, although using the air fryer, pressure cooker, we don't get the same humidity as we used to. We still do get humidity, so we carry it down here as well. But what happens is, mate, this thing, it's not ever so heavy. I can show you, it's not ever so heavy, but you get carrying this up and down the stairs, mate, and my knees hurt, and it's not any good for Wendy either. So I said to her, these are £100. If they drop it to £84, I'm going to buy another. Now, I did tell the subscribers in the last Black Friday sale that these were going to be reduced. So I said, if you are interested in one, get one. And I wish I'd have got one. But they've come down again. They're £84.95 or I forget. And I thought I'm just going to get one. So we did. Right, now all I will do is just show you more or less what it says on the box. It reduces black mould. Well, we don't get any and we've got no intentions of having any. The musty smells, we don't get them either. There's nothing musty about Graham. Now the condensation on the windows, we can see our neighbours rubbing the windows all the time. We've not got that problem either. And as you can see, with that reading like 46, 47, let me show you our patio door just for an instance. Look, there's no condensation there at all. So we intend keeping it at that. Now, as I say, clothes drying, it's been good for that. Now Wendy's back down now, she's hoovering upstairs, mate, bet you heard her. But you use it for drying the clothes, don't you, Wendy? And it's been pretty good.
Quick.
Sorry?
Does it really quick?
Yeah, Wendy's happy it does it quick enough. Because if you leave them hanging around, you start getting that damp smell, don't you? And it says there, damp and humidity. Now, we found this is fairly cheap to run. I'm not going into any details because you can watch the video. I'll put a link to the video on it. But all the specifications are on there. Now, I only ordered that yesterday, so I can't complain about a service. And this was from Amazon. Right, I suppose I could show you the order, but is there any need to? Just have a look if you're interested. And it's got the water tank on the bottom. Now, while it's on the floor and it's a little awkward, it's not bad. It's just getting used to it. The controls are dead straightforward. We wouldn't have bought another unless it was a good machine. Right, let me get it out of the box and show you, because it's no big deal, but I'll be standing in the way. Right, now there's the unit, and as I say, look, it's not massively heavy, but there's a lot of copper pipe work in there. Looks like a miniature fridge in reverse, isn't it? But that's how it comes packed. And the controls are so easy to use. And there's a sensor there, and this is a filter. Now every now and again you just clean the filter. I've got to take these off, haven't I? I can't get them off. Now, right, there's a piece of tape on there, and there's one the other side as well. Just get these off and I can show you. But, as I say, I'm sure I've already showed you all this when we did the original review. I can't get them off. Right. This tape, mate, it's the bane of your life. It sticks everywhere you don't want it to. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get her off when I'm not trying to show you. Because all I want to show you there, this comes out, look. And that's your water tank. Now, they've put the plug in there, obviously. So we have to, I can't remember those bits of tape, but they must have been there before. Alright. Well, we better get them off. And the plug is inside there. I mean, you don't keep the plug in there. This is just to transport it, obviously. Now that is your water tank. I think this was 1.5 litres. I'm not 100% sure now. As I say, you'd have to watch our unboxing video for that. But what I will show you, that container, you can see there how full it gets. And when it gets to the top, it stops. So don't worry about that. Now you can actually fit a pipe on here, so you can have a constant drain. Now I thought that pipe was in there before. Now that you can hear rattling is the shut off. If it gets so full, that comes up and it shuts it off so it can't flood. Now I've got to get them bits of tape off. I don't remember them before. But it's as simple to use as that. And you've got the sensor there, look. I've got to peel these off as well so you can see that. Oh, I can get that one. Now this, as I say, we've learnt things about this with having it over the past, well, I think it's a year. And I've got one off dead easy, look, I can't get the other one off. Typical. I can't get that tape off. Here we go. Now look, you just have to clean that filter occasionally. Obviously it's going to get, and this is the sensor that you have to keep clean, but I've actually not touched that. Ours has worked perfect. I mean, obviously it's not on all the time, you're not using it all summer, but this time of year it's been absolutely fabulous. Anyway, I think I'll leave it at that now. Now we get a decent bit of lead on it. It's not bad, we've had no problem with that, but it's not high powered, so if you need an extension, I don't know what they say about it, but I think that's okay. Anyway, that's just to show you the machine. I'll perhaps show you when it's switched on. Right, now there's the unit, look. I'd imagine it looks quite small on there, doesn't it? But it is. It's not huge. But you turn it on there, look. Oh, before I do that, there's the pipe. Now if you connect that pipe to the back near the tank, that pipe, look, you can have a permanent drain. But we don't use that, we empty the tank. And I think that's a good idea. There's your instruction manual. But as I say, this machine, once that tank's full, it switches off. So if you forget to check it, as we do, it just switches off, so it don't flood your house. So you don't have to worry about that. Now look, now that's reading 85 now, but that's because I've just turned it on. Now there's various settings here that I needn't go through, but one of the best settings we find is you can set that. See, look, that's set at 50 at the minute, and you can go up and down to whatever you want. Look, 55, 60. Now I'd say your house wants to be between 50 and 60, and if it's lower than 50, that's all good, but you don't need the machine on. Now you see that's reading 85, but once that gets started and runs through its sequence, it'll just turn off, so it won't be running all day. And that's on the high speed fan. This is the low speed fan. You can hardly hear it. It's not noisy at all. I'll tell you what, Wendy did say to me, I can take a decibel reading. Let's get me a little gun. Right, now that's switched off at the moment. Now let's get a meter reading for the sound. Sorry, I'll have to shut up. That'd be a first. Now as you see, that we're reading about 42. I hope you can see that. Now let's switch the unit on. Right, that's coming on now. I mean, we're pretty close now. That we're reading 50, which is not loud at all, is it? Let's put it on high speed fan. Now this is the fan you use for clothes drying. It's got a clothes drying setting. Yeah, she's speeding up now, look. That's reading 53. Crikey, that's not bad, is it? Let's turn that down again. Now as you can tell, it takes a little time to slow down. Well, it's about 49.50 on the low speed. But if I turn that off now, it takes it a little time to stop. You see how it shook then? But that will take a minute or two to just stop. Right, when it stops, we'll take another reading, see how noisy it is in here. It is still going round at the moment. Well, it's actually stopping at around 48, so you can tell it makes hardly any noise at all. Anyway, all I'm trying to tell you is we're very impressed with these machines. Now we've managed 38.5, so it's not noisy at all. Right, I think that's all I'm going to show you, because this doesn't need to be switched on in here, because we've had the other one running and then we've carried it back upstairs, and I said to Wendy, we're not going to keep doing this. It's not ever so heavy, as I say, it's just awkward, and mate, our knees hurt. Right, I hope you've enjoyed that. Just a quick bit of a video really. Look after yourselves, won't you? We'll see you soon. As I say, the main point of this was the price. Because it's Black Friday, it's down to £85 or something like that. Have a look, then I won't tell you wrong. And at the bottom of the video, I'll try and link our unboxing. Right, look after yourselves, we'll see you soon. Bye.